Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Grain Arcade. The time has come. We're here. Well, we're getting there. It's loading right now. But we're loading up the Judith Plains, Montana map. The map has finally released at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time here on June 1st, 2025. And yeah, we're getting into it. So I was watching some reviews of the map, and the Farm Sim guy on YouTube, he did a review of it, pretty extensive review of the map, and he had this quote. This is from Abraham Lincoln. My favorite state has not yet been invented. It will be called Montana, and it will be perfect. I just thought that was super fitting for this map. I'm super excited to get into this map and start playing it. I know old man's looking forward to it. I'm pretty sure Phil probably is too. But hopefully we'll see Phil later on, maybe this morning if he's not working. So let's go over to the loading screen. Maybe. There we go. Alright, so this is probably going to take a minute to load. And keep in mind, this is the first time I'm loading this. DJ did release a note with the map here. Make sure you fly around just to load the shaders and stuff in. So it's probably going to be a bit stuttery from the beginning. So, alright, we got it loaded. Almost. It's compiling shaders. Is that 100%? It's 4X map, so it's going to take a little longer to load. The saves will be a little longer too when we have the automatic saves on. I probably need to go in there and do the settings and set everything up first before we get into everything. Compiling the shaders. It took a minute. There we go. Alright. That's my character. Yep. And we're here. We're at the dealership. Yep, it's a bit stuttery. Got to load in the map for the very first time. Alright, so let me go change these settings here. So I'm going to go to general. No, game settings. That's what I want. We're going to go to real time. We'll do our save every, let's do 10 minutes. We want the normal economy. We'll leave the traffic on for now. Seasonal growth, yeah. Days per month. I always like to do 3, especially on these larger maps too. 3 seems to be just about the right number. We'll keep all that on. We'll turn crop destruction. We'll leave that off because we are going to do multiplayer, and you know there could be some lag and stuff. So fieldstone we'll turn off. Lime, right now we're going to turn it off, and we are not doing seasons. For reasons of it doesn't really work too well. So, yeah, and then we'll do visuals only on the on that automatic engine start off. We can start our own engine. We'll turn all the AI buy stuff off. Don't want them spending our money. All right, so go back. We'll save that. So it's going to take a second to save it because it is a 4X map, a highly detailed 4X map. All right, let's do it. How was the download? For me, it was quick, but my internet, I've got 800 to 900 down, so it didn't even take a minute. It only took me like 30 seconds to download it. So, all right, so let's get a look around. So the equipment here, you can use it. I don't know if it charges you or not, but you can use the equipment here at the dealership. So yeah, I'm kind of curious about that, how that works. Alright, so I did start new farmer. Let's tab around and see what we got. Actually, let's look at the PDA. So he did some last minute touches to this PDA. See what we own here. We're starting with the Big Sky Acres up there. That's different. I never saw that before. So we start with that field, that field, that field, that field. And I think that's it for now. I don't see any more up there that are lit up. Yep, I think that's where we start at. It's hard to see the land, isn't it? Like what we actually own. Guess it might be, maybe it's easier that way just to look at the numbers there that are lit up. Okay. So let's go look. What actually do we start with? I think that's clover. Nope, that is alfalfa. So we've got alfalfa up there. And maybe clover over there. So let's tab up to our equipment. Let's see what we start with. He does start you with some equipment. So we've got the Farm All C. This one just came out as the what was it? It was an extra content update, wasn't it? I think that's what that came with. Got a mixing wagon, got a truck, got a trailer. And you can see these his shops are super detailed. Good morning, Trent. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Fuzzy. How's it going? Y'all are up early. We're all up early. Super detailed. I'm excited. I'm ready to play this map. You can actually go in these. Oh, look, he's got an arcade game in here, too. Huh? We can play the harp lifter. Very nice. Where are we? We're across the road. Nope, we're down here at this other farm, I think. Yeah, it goes all the way down here. I gotta run. So here's the alfalfa, I think is what we said. It looks like it's ready. I'll have to look in the thing to make sure. Look in here. You start with a deer. What is that, the X9 or is that the 7? That's the S7. So he starts you off with a deer. Combine. Oh, look, you can go back in here. A little detailed work area back here too. Got another arcade game here. We get bored farming, we can always play our arcade game. Alright, there's the biogas plant back there. Probably will be selling the rice sapling greenhouse because we're going to be putting in the GMO rice, as we call it. It looks like you start with the coon planter. Oh, I've never seen that before. Oh, that's the Dalbo like disc harrow, isn't it? Yeah. Here's another tractor. Looks like one of the 6Rs. We're probably going to be selling some of this stuff. Just an FYI. We've got some equipment that we kind of want to look at getting into. Oh, I thought this was a bathroom. I saw that thing on the wall. It's like, what in the world? No, it's just a part of the pig barn here. Do you start with animals? No, I don't see any pigs. So I guess you got to get your own animals. And this is actually the corn dryer around here, so the question is, do you start with that? Go down to factories. Yes, you do start. So on your starting farm, you have the corn dryer, you have the fermenting silo, and you have the rice sapling greenhouse, which we're probably going to sell. Okay, let's go across the road. I may have to tab around because it looks like our equipment's kind of spread out. I'll have to run down that way. Here's our house. This is the farmhouse that you build. Ooh, kind of spooky. Ooh, very nice though. Definitely a Montana living room. It looks like something off of Yellowstone. There's our bed where we sleep. Can you turn the lights on in here, I wonder? Oop, nope, I don't want to sleep. I don't see a light switch. I don't know, maybe they come on automatically at night. I don't know, I've never built this one, so I've never been invited, actually. some kind of little room. I don't know. I was gonna say kitchen, but no, here's the kitchen back here. Alright, oh, and there's an upstairs. More bedrooms. Oh, we got a jacuzzi. Woohoo! Alright, another little, what is that? Is that a steel? I don't know. Like a little living room, like a little, den or something up here. That's nice. Alright, so let's... What is that sound? Is that a car going by on the road? It must have been a car going by. Let's see. Well, man, we got a ton of equipment. There's another planter. That's a horse. Now I will say this is, I think this does accept, hang on, I don't want to tell you wrong. Looks like they all take the dry corn. So you have the corn logo down there. What's the other little corn logo? See that? By the dried corn? The dried corn is the one with a little sun by it. What's the other little corn logo? Because the regular corn is up there by soybeans. Interesting. Or chicken coop. You don't start with any chickens either. So I guess you don't start with any animals. If you want animals, you have to get them. Probably don't start with any cows either. Nope. No cows. Well, we ain't gotta worry about the tornadoes taking our cows. Cow. Another cow. And then I'm assuming we start with no sheep either. Yep, no sheep. Okay. That's cool. So I am gonna take his advice and fly around. I'm just gonna do it with this and hope this works. So this is our farm. We own that field there. We own that field there. Matter of fact, I want to go check those. Right quick. Is that like corn silage? I don't think so. Silage, I think silage just shows up as silage. When you look in the thing in here, if you look like in the fermenting silo, see, it takes a minute to save. It's 4x map, so it's going to be a minute. Yeah, so when you do corn silage, scroll to up. Nope, that's not the right button. Let's go over here. Corn silage. There we go. So there's the corn silage. Basically, it's just chaff. So you have, that answered our question. You have alfalfa. You put in alfalfa to the harvester thing, and it turns it into silage. You put chaff, which is what you get from corn, from a forage harvester. That turns into silage. You cut the clover, put that in. That ferments and turns into silage, and then you have grass. And then that ferments and turns into silage. So that kind of answers the question. So I don't know what that other corn little corn logo is down there. Could that be maize? Well, maize is the same thing as corn, though. Unless it's like sweet corn. Maybe it's sweet corn. Because I do have that mod in here. That mod's available in the... it's at least available in the PC mod hub. I wonder if that's what that is. That might be what that is. I don't know. I thought you had to make it. If it is, I would say that's probably sweet corn. That might be sweet corn. I know that that's dried corn down there on the ends. So, all right, let's go look at. So this is the alfalfa. It says it's ready to harvest, so we'll have to get our mower. Again, we're gonna sell back a lot of this equipment. I didn't look in this barn. Nothing really in there. Alright, I'm just going to tab through all the vehicles. So there's the Farmall, there's the truck, there's the 6R, there's the S7. That's... So we own 2 6Rs. This one's down at the other farm. Oh, we own a lime spreader and a slurry tanker as well. I think that's it. I think that's all we own. So you own the 6R 250 and you own the 6R 185. Okay. So we've been here. Let's go back to that other... Here we go. Yeah, you get that slurry tanker to spray or spread or whatever. Very detailed. Looks like you get a little hardy sprayer there. Got the upstairs up there. How do you get up there? Oop. Little office area up here. Super excited. It reminds me a lot of Nebraska with all the detailed stuff in here. Go look over here. There's so much space to store stuff. There's the farm hall. This is the other cow. I think that's just a decorative trailer there. Yeah, this is the other cow thing. So we don't have any cows. This is the same alfalfa fields. Where was that other field at? We own this one over here too, don't we? This is a barley field. So yes, we do own the barley field. There's a grass field right down there. We own the alfalfa field. We own this field. That looks like clover to me. Yep, that's clover. It's gonna be kind of a learning process. I've heard that you have to once you cut the clover, you have to mulch behind it. So I guess we'll have to invest in a mulcher if we don't already have one. You know what? We can go through the list. Starts you off with a generous amount of equipment. Okay, I haven't seen the mowers. Where is that at on the map? It's across the road over there. I missed the barn or something. I'll have to go back over there. Over here. Or maybe I just didn't notice them. Where is the... Not in here. Must be in this shed back here. You know what? That may be the corn dryer running that I'm hearing. Hear that? Maybe? No. Must be somebody's car that keeps going by. There they are. Yeah, there's the mower. And there's the front one. Alright, so let's go fly around now. We get this field too. What is that in? Looks like canola. Yep, we got a canola field. Alright, now let's go fly around. I keep saying, let's go fly. We'll fly around, let the shaders load in. Look at these fields up here, though. You know these are begging to be plowed together. Look at this. Except for that one. That's got a highway between it. But you can plow all these together. Looks like it's just grass that separates them right now. So, a little field road there. That's the border of the map. This is the town down here. A lot of detailed stuff in the town. There's the dealership. Some of these fields are huge. Yeah, it's out. It just dropped At 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, 7 a.m. Eastern. Wonder if you can drive across this. Probably not advisable, but it looks like you might be able to drive across it. I don't know. Got the Yingling, I can never say that. Yingling Beer Factory and the Jack Daniels Whiskey. Got the warehouse over there. I think that's the grain mill over there, maybe. Mountain Grizzlies? What does that say? Yep. Iron Ridge Grain, so that's the grain mill. Yep, it's loading in. I feel it stuttering. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh, look, it's actually got they're cooking. They're making the Big Macs. It's got the smoke effect going up the top. Alright, I think we're pretty well loaded in now. Let me fly around. I didn't fly around this corner down here. Yeah, you can borrow that. I still don't know if they charge you for it. I would think that they would charge you like a leasing fee or something. Alright, here's the Black Roof Farm. One thing about this farm is you'll have to be very careful if you decide to start here, because if you get any large equipment, you will not be able to access the other side of it because you have the covered bridge here. So keep that in mind. Whatever you put over here, you can go around. This road goes around to the other side, but then you'd have to drive all the way down around this field. And then come down, I guess. Well, no, you really couldn't go through there, could you? You'd have to go all the way down here. And then come down through here, cross it there, and then come around over here. And then come around there. Now you can access your other buildings. So, yeah, keep that in mind with that farm. I will say, I don't think... Oop, nope, I don't want to place it. I don't think you can... Maybe we need to check that. Oh, no, you know what that sound is? That's the plane. There's the plane that flies over the map. I was wondering what that sound was like. Boy, somebody's got a bad muffler on their car, but that's the plane flying over. Okay. Cool beans. And I actually need to go change my title to the stream here too, so I'll do that here in just a second. I want to see, I think you can sell maybe the house, but not the buildings. If you decided to do that. But I tell you, these are nice enough that I don't know why you would want to do that. Now you can't click on them, so I'm trying my mouse. No, you can't click on them, so I'm going to say no. You know, normally they light up blue like that. So you can get rid of the little produce stand in the house. But none of the shed stuff. You can get rid of, I think, yeah, you can get rid of the chicken coop. It lights up. Okay. So. We're finally here. We're really doing it, Harry. We're finally in Judith Plains, Montana. It's been a long wait. But it's worth the wait, I think. Alright. So, I am going to... So he changed the name of this. This was, I saw another review of this, and it was like Hickory Farms or something like that. So now it's Big Sky Acres. Since 1990. That's interesting. Let me go change my, Yeah, that's because it's a pre-made farm. Yeah, you're probably right. Alright, so... Wonder, but none of this would show up in if you did Farm Manager, right? Or start from scratch. Change my stream title. Go. Alright, did that change? I think I took off Judith. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Now let's do that. Okay. Make sure that that went through. Judith Plains Montana by DJ Modding. Farming Simulator 25 is what we're playing. Yep. Okay. We'll go back to that. Alright. Cool beans. He said there's spots that you can build your own place. Yes, that is true. So, I know there's some down here. Somewhere south here. Yeah, the kind of open areas. There's these open meadow grass areas like that. And they're just kind of spread out around the map. So I guess you got to find them. I don't know where they all sit. So here's one. This is kind of flat. It's right up against the border there. I'm sure there's some like out here in the middle. Yeah, there's another kind of open area back here. So yeah, you can build your own farm on these areas that are not technically a field, but technically they're like little meadow grass fields. Everything else has got a crop in it, looks like, so. Alright, let's see what we need to make some decision. We need to decide what we want to keep and what we don't. And the Judith, or the, not Judith, the Plains and Prairie DLC that's coming out on Tuesday, I will make some adjustments with another bank to get a loan for that. So we will do that. Okay. So we're going to sell some equipment too, so that might help. So I'm going to sell, as much as it pains me, I'm going to sell the S7. We have another one, or we will someday. We've got a guy that does customizations. He has a shop nearby. I think it's in Billings, Montana, maybe. But we're in the war with that guy or something. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with a story on the top of my head. His name is Mr. Stevie. So we've got some Stevie stuff that we're gonna do. So let's sell this stuff that's in here. Repair that for $7. Repaint it for $4,000. And then we will sell that. Get a nice pretty penny back on that. Repair that, repaint it, sell that back. Okay. We'll do the header too. Don't need to repair that one. Actually, I need to get my other screen going over here. I got, excited when I saw the map was ready to download. I did not get my other screen going yet. So let me get that going. Just to have it going on the side over here. Come on, load. Alright, I think we're good to go now. So let's sell that back. Already repainted it. Do the header cart as well. Okay, we're making quite a bit of money back on the equipment. And the rice sapling thing we're gonna sell. You know what? I have to go into the thing to do that, don't I? We don't need these. We will need the other stuff, especially when we get into the pizza production. So we will sell that back. And it's gone. Morning, Tomcat. How's it going? I think I'm just going to start with this one up here. Yeah. I think I'm just going to start with the red farm. The red farm seems to be like the traditional farms, you know, especially here in America. Kind of the Midwest feel to it. Okay, we'll get rid of this mower. This mower. And I'm gonna think about the deers. Get rid of this cultivator. We'll get rid of this planter. There's nothing in it, is there? I don't see anything in it. You know what? Let me just hook up to it and make sure. I don't see any seed in it. I don't think there's any in that back one either. Oh my goodness. No, there's nothing in this one. This is basically just, I don't think that has an actual tank on it though. I think that's just like the applicator part. We'll repaint that, sell that back. Repaint that, sell that back. Oop, oh, what did I hit? Sell it. Yes. Alright, I'll shut that off right there. I'm gonna think about those. Where else? There was nothing in the pig farm. We got everything out of this shop. Across the road. We'll sell this planter back. This is the planter we were using over on, we're still using over on Zelunka. Don't think there's anything in there. Nope. Probably nothing in there. Nope. The J&M. I think I'm gonna hang on to the J&M. Nothing back here. Alright, let me go down to this. The case. You know what? It's got a front loader on it. We'll hang on to that one for now. This mixing wagon, we don't need that. Alright, and the truck and trailer. I'm gonna actually go look at, where is the thing that says, oh, there's some nice stuff on sale, look at that. Already. Where is the thing? Yeah, DLCs, mods, and DLCs. It should be in here, right? Or is it up here under brands? Maybe it's not under brands. Mods and DLCs. I would say it would be in here somewhere. Question is where. We have about 450 mods, so I don't know where it would be at. There's the map. There's a spot where you look at just the Judith Plain stuff. I don't know where that's at. Got the anhydrous ammonia. Oh, hi Phil. Hang on, there's Phil. But we may hang on a second while we're doing this liquidation. Let's go say hello to Phil. Morning, Phil.
Morning. Question.
Yep.
Was it Christmas time? You just too excited?
It's Christmas time. It came out at 6 a.m. this morning.
I know. I was sitting here and all of a sudden someone went live and
Hang on, I gotta put it in multiplayer, so.
but I need stuff first.
Oh yeah, I gotta give you that too. Hang on. You haven't been here in like a year.
I know.
So.
I know it's Christmas time and you got excited. I understand.
Ooh, I put that map in the Google Drive and it got me up to 82% full on my Google Drive.
That's a big map.
It is. It's about a gig in size. It's 999, I think, something.
Okay.
Let's see. Share link. Give me that. Old man really wanted to be here. He had a feeling that it would be while he was at work.
Mm.
Okay. There you go. There's the drive. It's got everything in there, the map. There were 2 required mods that you had to have for this map. One was more productions and one was more animals. Both of those are in the mod hub.
So everything in this folder I need.
Everything in that folder you're going to need, yes.
That's a lot of mods.
Yeah, about 450. Just in the neighborhood of 450. It's plus or minus 2 or 3 here and there.
Okay. What happened to us trying to minimize?
I did. That's after the minimization.
No.
I got rid of so many mods.
That is not minimizing.
I got rid of a lot of mods, Phil.
No. Back, I recall we're like, okay, we're gonna just do the bare necessity, and okay.
These are the bare necessities of life.
Why do I feel like they aren't?
They are, though.
By your standards?
Let's see. What does that say? This game save. What? What? Did he add something else? Because I had all that stuff in there. What did I do? There's nothing in the list. I have the required mods. I downloaded them this morning to make sure that I had them.
Wait, are you missing something?
I shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It says I am. Let's see. Only zipped mods are supported. They are zipped.
What's this one? Oh.
Oh, you know what? That's the one that was an optional mod. So let me go and deactivate that. That's the butcher mod.
What? You didn't want to butcher things?
I want to do it, but it says it's not zipped. I don't know
Maybe when you
why.
pushed it through.
Let me look and see. I went through his link that he had posted. Let's see. Where is that at? I got it today.
Did I get them all? I think I got them all good.
It's right there. I think it's this one.
Download. Go here.
That doesn't make sense. It's not even the same file name. I'm just gonna try to find it and deactivate it, I think. And is it a mod that doesn't support multiplayer? Well, I'll just get rid of that eventually. Let me see if I can find it here. I'll deactivate it. It's gotta look like meat or a butcher or something. Somewhere in this list. Got a lot of mods. Yep. I'm looking. I'm trying to find it. Okay, so there's the 2 required mods. 64 animal husbandries and 120 productions. So you'll need that. Is that it? Whoops, nope. Nope, that's something else. I haven't gotten my glasses yet either, so I'm kind of squinting to see what stuff is. I know, I'm going to have to call them tomorrow, I think.
You didn't want to go contacts?
No.
No?
You have to touch your eyeball for that. I don't know where this mod's at. It would be nice, you know, they stopped organizing these like in alphabetical order. It'd be nice if everything was still in alphabetical order. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. So if it's one of their mods, it's at the top. If it's a mod hub mod, it's in the middle, and if it's a third-party mod, it's kind of at the bottom. So it's like you got 3 separate sections that they decided to divide up for some reason.
Did you not search for it?
I don't know the name of it.
Looks like you can. Is it left stick or right stick? Push down on it, maybe?
Not that one.
Because I'm looking
Right
at
stick.
your screen and it says search.
Butcher. B-U-T-C-H-E-R.
I know you gotta reach over to get to your
There
keyboard.
it is. So that's... How do I deactivate that?
Click on it and deactivate it?
Can I delete it from here?
I don't know. Well, now you know what
Nope.
it looks like, so if you can't find it, you can go and try to find
Well,
it.
it's not selected. I know what it looks like now. Yeah, you're right. So let me go through this list and see if it's... there is some stuff that's not selected. Look at that.
Yep, right there.
Select all, deselect all, select all. All I need to turn off is that one. Now I gotta find the butcher again.
Well,
That
you said
it?
it would be near the bottom.
There it is. I got it.
Okay.
Start. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. All right, let's go. So I'll have to remove that mod. I didn't know the butcher mod didn't work in multiplayer. That'd be like a nice little note to put in there. Optional
Maybe he
mod,
doesn't
butcher
know it
mod.
doesn't work.
Does not work in multiplayer. That's the only mods is the 64 animals and the 120 productions and the butcher mod this morning that I downloaded. Those are the only mods that I didn't get a chance to test ahead of time because I didn't know that 2 of them would be required and 1 of them would be optional. But you know. All right. Back at the farm. All right, it's up when you get a chance.
Yeah, I'm waiting for files to finish doing their thing.
Downloading.
Yeah, I don't know why.
All right, we will get rid of the truck. And the trailer. The little farm tractor, I think I'm going to keep it. It's like a nice little utility tractor. We got that, we got that. So those the last 3 pieces of equipment that we have. Unless there's this stuff. We are not going to do anything with precision farming or the liming part, so we'll get rid of that. We have
Oh, you're
another.
not doing precision farming? I thought you were.
No, it's broken.
Oh.
You've been gone for a while.
Yeah.
So we've been kind of talking with John and everybody, and they released an update for it, but it is still like messed up.
Ah.
I want to repaint that. Yes. Sell that. And we don't have any animals yet, so there's no really point in keeping this. We can go back and get something else. We've got a ton of stuff that we can use for that. Alright, so there's the other 6R. We've been in there. I think that's it. We've got the Hardy sprayer here. We might hang on to that for a minute. Yes, the map is available now. You can go to DJ's itch.io. I might ought to put that link in the chat there. Let me do that. So this is a PC only map. If you're not on PC, then you won't be able to play it. And it is a detailed map. It's a 4X map. So if you have a not so higher end PC, then you might want to try turning your settings down, like your quality and stuff like that. Let's see, chat. So there is the link to the map right there. Go download it directly from DJ. That is his itch.io there. Make sure you go and like his Facebook too, because if he releases any updates or anything like that, or any future plans for future maps or something, he'll post them on his socials, on his Facebook. Where is the light switch? Oh, when you hear something that sounds like a car that needs a muffler replacement, that's the plane flying over.
Okay.
Alright, so there's the lights. You can turn on the lights. Okay. Alright, so we need to decide what we want to buy. We kind of had some plans for this. We want to kind of stay in the cheaper range of things. Get this old rusty thing here. This is a nice cheap tractor. Standard. Keep the rust. Let's see. No front weight. Keep that green. I am going to change the seat color and the rim color. We're actually going to go with a darker kind of yellow. It makes it look more faded. Go. Medium tractor. Got a lot of tractor options. Kind of know what I'm after. Been planning a little bit ahead. I'm trying to remember what tires did I use on this. I think I used the Michelin's. Duals on that. Front weight on that one. No fenders. We'll definitely put the mirrors on. Keep the old steps. We don't need a loader shield. We're not going to put a loader on this one. Keep the intake. And the exhaust. Definitely put GPS on that. We'll put the beacon on there. So you can put the beacon bar on this tractor, or you can put just the single beacon. We'll do the single. And we want the hazards to come out on the side. Not the new ones, but the old ones. And we'll get that. And then we'll get a large deer. So we put the big buds. I thought it was fitting to download the big buds to put in here. So I got some big buds out of the mod hub. Because it is Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Little nod to Welkers there. Alright, let's see. We'll make sure the fenders are on there still. Yep. Engine, we'll go ahead and soup it up a little bit. Goodyear. Got some big floater Goodyears there. Oh, Phil's got it. Woo! That's a quick sync too.
It might have been on your end, but not for me. Loading it.
Oh, are you still loading?
I'm still loading.
Guidance. We will put the. You can put the. Depends on what type of GPS module you want, but you can put that one on there, or the 3000. I think we'll go with the 6000. Radio, Motorola. All of the things. We'll do the beacon lot. Beacon light.
Why can't you keep me the way I am?
What's wrong?
Every time you load in, it makes you read press.
That just changes the intake there. Yeah, we'll do that one. Rear hydraulics. We will definitely put the quick hitch on there. Front loader. This is funny because this tractor takes a front loader attacher, but we're not going to do one.
Yeah, I'm at my place right now.
Where you at?
Tim Hortons.
Oh, you're at Tim Hortons getting you some coffee?
Yeah, you can get me a coffee. It's Applebee's is closed right now because they.
Oh, well, they have happy hour later.
Yep. Oh, we can go do some Mexican food.
Oh, yeah, we got a Del Taco.
Yeah.
We got a Subway.
Wendy's, gotta have Wendy's. James, gotta let it load in. It's very jittery. But that could be you.
It's probably me. I'm going through getting our equipment. So a lot of this we're just bringing back from Alma. Some of this we use in Alma.
That's actually.
I gotta buy some equipment to go with this stuff as well. Oh, the arcade and the furniture is face durable? Well, we have to be careful when we sit down, I guess, then. We'll be very careful. So I have that one, but I also have that one. Got these from Zoots on Itch. That's the Trelborg. What do the Midases look like? That's the Midas touch. So I guess we'll have to go Trelborg if we want duels. Doors, you can actually do no doors like that, or you can put doors on there. I say we do doors. Keep the weight on there. Tin off the door so we can see out it, I guess. Alright, I don't remember what I bought. Let me go up there and look. Second. And I do have a couple more that I'm going to get. Got an old Ford TW20. Standard wheels, I guess, on that. We can put a front loader attacher on this. But to get, it's the Great Bend, so we'll have to get that. If I can find it. I think it's in here. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. 760, but it's the Great Bend. Pretty sure. And then we got one more. Got a TW35 Ford. We'll get that. Trying to remember which ones. I think it was that one. Yep. The original exhaust. No mud guards, no front guards. Do the old light color. That's the front. weight on there with a pin hitch. We won't do a front loader on that one. Alright, that looks good. Alright. Let's drive them back. Or do we want to get a flatbed trailer, like a low loader, to put all these on?
Drive them.
Drive them. Alright, pick one.
Take the old ones first, because they'll take the longest.
Alright. I'll take the old deer. Needs a paint job and some rusties. Where's the door?
I'm following you, so the blind leading the blind, I guess.
Oh.
I guess you go very slow.
My top speed is 16, 15, 16. I think I'm going the right way. I think we go east from here.
Yeah. Then you'll have to get to an intersection and then turn again. Left.
Make a left?
At that intersection, because that will take. Yeah, and then you're gonna turn left at that intersection.
I left before I hit the Casey's.
Yeah, because then you're gonna go down there and then there's a soybean field and then we're gonna turn right. And that should take us.
Question is, are the roads straight east and west?
No-ish.
Yes, they are.
Well, there's some that angle, you know what I mean?
Yeah, some of them do. But this one here, you can lock your EV GPS in on a 90 and just go. I feel. Alright, I need to buy some implement stuff now. Let's see. Balers. We were gonna do round, but the mod hub came out with these. So I think we'll do these. The Michelin's on there. We need the John Deere twine. We want to make. I'm just gonna make that yellow. That we didn't have to customize that color from the previous versions back in 22, but you do now. So, actually, you know what? I might make that the old John Deere yellow. These are old combines. Here we go. Or not combines, old balers. Did I pass our farm?
No.
No? Okay.
No, it should be after this next. Well, the farm's pretty decent size, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's
Well, we have this farm. It's basically they're color coded. So you have this red farm and it's split up. So you have these sheds here, and there's some more sheds further down with another cow barn down there, further down the road. And then the blue farm is all the way down the end of this road. So.
Are there collectibles or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't remember seeing any though. And where he didn't put that in any of his
Okay.
spots or screenshots or anything like that. So there's the train. I think each of those cars holds like 90,000, so it holds close to 1,000,000 liters.
Perfect. School bus.
Hmm. There's an ice cream truck on this map too.
Yeah, I just saw it a little while ago.
Here, park these back here, I guess. Boy, that kind of sits on a little slant there, didn't it? Let me grab the baler. And I'm going to let you grab, what do you got? You got the Ford?
I'm taking all the slow ones.
Okay. Hey, you got to get your front loaders.
Oh, that, no way. You're putting that on top of this?
Yeah, it goes on that. Unless you don't want to use front loaders on that. We do have the farm all that I think I'm going to keep. Let's see. What else do we need?
Planter.
We need to get the wrapper for that. This wrapper.
Did you get the forks?
Um,
What are we doing with this front end loader?
this is going to go on the front. I don't think we need the roller.
Yeah, well,
Keep the
might
standard
as well
white.
get it now. Well,
There's the wrapper. What do we need on the back of that? Oh wait, that's for round bales. Hang on, I bought the wrong thing. We need this.
you better sell that back and lose a little bit of money.
Oh yeah, I'll buy it back or sell it back. Bell wrap standard white. So there's the wrapper.
Oh,
Where
we're
did
buying
that?
the,
Where did that spawn at? Couldn't lose any money since we just got it brand new. What do we need? Bale forks maybe for that?
Sure.
I got a Stevie fork that I can actually change the color on and make it,
Would you go white or blue?
I don't know what color blue that Ford is.
Ford blue?
There's not a Ford blue in the list. Probably New Holland blue, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, try New Holland blue. See what that looks like. Oh,
What's up?
that's. No, I'll let you look at it. But
Try that one.
it's close.
What's wrong?
Look at the hitch.
Oh. That kind of went down, didn't it? Is it hooked up right now?
Yeah, everything's hooked up.
Well, just carry it on. The hydraulics hooked up at least. I have two beacons, I have two beacons, I have two beacons. Hey, hey, hey. Today. How fast do you go?
18.
18?
Yeah, no, 19 now.
I go 20, maybe 19.
So they go about the same speed almost. You might go a little bit faster.
No collectibles. Alright. Kind of really don't need them here anyway.
It's an expensive mat.
Yeah. But, I mean, you got... I haven't even looked at contracts yet, but you start out with a lot of fields, and we're going to be mowing a lot of clover and alfalfa and grass, and we're going to be making silage, and we're going to be selling silage left and right, so...
Mm,
We're going to be making some money. Eventually we'll get into, like, the beer and the whiskey down over yonder there. And pizza, and pasta, and... I mean, we can get into wine. I know grape harvesting is not that popular. Dun, 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 dun. Good morning, how's it going? Richie, how's it going? Don't cross the streams. Oh no, there's a UPS truck. Is it really a UPS truck or just a delivery truck? I think it's just a delivery truck.
it's the delivery truck.
It looks like a UPS truck. Alright, and really, I think we'll probably eventually get into like a forage pickup wagon, but we definitely need a mower. And I've got one in mind. So I'm gonna go over here. Park these in here for now. Let's see, what else do we need? We're gonna need a bale pickup. We got a wrapper. Got a baler, got a wrapper. We're gonna need the mower too. Let's see. I put in the one by Hispano. I think that's it right there. Now we can make this whatever color we want. Do we want to customize the color on this? Could make it John Deere green. I don't know what color that is. That's okay. That's that stuff. We'll do green on that. Yellow in rims. There you go. Okay, and now we need the mower. So the mower I've got in mind is actually not under mowers, and it's not under windrowers. It's down here in miscellaneous for some reason. I guess it's just the way the mod is kind of set up. This bad boy right there. It's an old International windrower. And then you can hit the button there, and then get the front mower reel with it. You can put wood boards in there, but I'm just gonna keep it like that. can tell that these don't use def.
Hmm?
Morning, welcome in, welcome in. It's Montana Day. Ooh boy, this thing, when you go at high speeds and try to steer it, wow. Diff is the way. I don't think there's any diff in this one. This one is rolling coal here. We've got a smokestack coming out the back there. I think this thing will burn pretty much anything you put in it. Like those dualies they used to have in the army. Hey, do I have to unfold this? No, you don't. The Macdon you have to unfold. Yep, this mower lays a mighty smokescreen, yep. Only mower in Montana that burns more oil than it does fuel. It ought to help with the mosquito control, though. I don't know, do they have mosquitoes in Montana? We've got tractors to pull the bale pickup, we've got the wrapper, we've got the mower. I'm thinking we probably still need a... Can you bale the clover? I don't know if you can bale the clover or not. I know we can bale the grass and wrap it. Well, technically, we wouldn't even have to wrap it, would we? We've got the harvester silo. Uh-oh. There's been a wreck down here.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, it's a pretty bad one, too. Call 911.
Oh, that is a wreck.
Yeah. They had a wreck. They must have been texting while driving or something. Yeah, the harvested, the crop textures are great. It's got a custom corn texture, the stubble, like after, what, barley and, you know, all that. It's really nice. Where do we park this? I'm gonna bring this over there. Whoa, this thing, man. Steering on this thing? You gotta be careful. Alright. So now we just got the Ford. What else do we need? Implement wise. We need a rake, don't we? Mm-hmm. That's the Pottinger's 14 meters. Oh, we got these crones. These crones will work. You only need 115 horsepower. So got our first Stevie mod here. Can do that. We do have this older school coon one, and then we have the really small one if we want to use that small deer tractor out in the field. Guess we go with the Crone. I think this is the technically the Kloss with a paint job. One thing about this larger Ford tractor, you gotta be careful when you turn. Because if you're not and you're going fast and you turn sharp, it's kind of like that 8R that we've got. It will kind of tip up. I think the 8R might be worse. This doesn't completely like roll over. That 8R, if you're not careful, you'll be upside down in the bean field. So, Phil, did you watch King of the Hill back in the day?
Yep.
Did you see the new trailer for the new one?
Yeah.
Or, well, I guess it's technically the return of the series because it's not a new series.
Yeah.
Hank and Peggy Hill moved away from Arlen. They went to live in Saudi Arabia to sell propane and propane accessories. So they made a lot of money over there, I guess, and they returned to Arlen. And Bobby's an adult now, so it's kind of interesting.
And he's a chef, I guess, somewhere.
Yeah, he's a chef, and oh gosh, he's a chef down in Dallas, or something to that effect. So he didn't go into the comedy bit like he always said he would. He became a chef. Here's the United States Postal Service. You know the problem with these guys is like they're driving on the wrong side of the road.
No, they're trying to pass you.
Well, that one's fixing to hit the van there. That's Doc Brown's van. Or no, that's the ice cream truck. Yeah, they're having issues.
Because you're going... Yeah.
Well, I'll let them settle it. They can swap insurances. So yeah, that comes back August 4th. And I've been told that, and somebody told me this, I want to say it was yesterday. Somebody told me that the voice actor that voiced Cotton in, in the beginning series is gonna come back and voice Dale Gribble.
Ah.
Because that guy that voiced him, what was his name? Was it Johnny Hardwick?
No idea.
I think that was his name. He died. And they actually recorded some episodes or some stuff before he died. So I think they're going to include some of those recordings in a few of the episodes. And then I don't know, you'll probably be able to notice a difference. I don't know, maybe they're going to do something where, his voice will change or something. Alright, we don't have any corn or sunflower fields, right? Nope. Ah. second. We need to get some combines because we got to get to harvesting. There we go. So we have the in-game stuff all up here. But, as I said before, we've got some Stevie stuff. So we'll probably go with the older Massey. And then old man wanted the Gleaner. So we'll do the Gleaner. Put that in there, that there, wheels. Oh, those are some big wheels. Do that. Yep, we'll do that. CB radio, yes. GPS, yes. What does that say? Yield monitor, yes, we'll keep that. Alright, let me get the green header for that. I wrote some of this down, so let me go look some of that up too. Yeah, John's gonna love this map. You're right. Here goes the plane. So the 7th, we need the 7.5 meter header for that. Just gotta find it. We got a whole archive of headers here. There they go. So 7, there's the 6, there's the 7.5. That's what we want. We'll do those. Alright, the Gleaner's ready for pickup. Change that. I guess you can't put Michelin's on that, can you? So the thing is, with the Stevie stuff, you can change the capacities on them. So normally this would be 8,000 liters. You can make this 24. I like that. Alright, now I do have another header. It's not the in-game header like that. That's 6 meters. I've got another one that is 7.6 somewhere. Six meters. I think it's one of these. Yeah, 7.6. And it is a Stevie header, so looks so good to me. Alright. So the Stevie stuff, you'll know it's Stevie because it's got an abundance of beacons on it. Some of his stuff that he's got, some of the tractors and the other equipment, has like strobe lights on like the front and different style of beacons, so you'll know when it's a Stevie mod. That pipe will reach, so we're good to go there. Ice cream. For an ice cream truck, he drives really fast. There he is, back behind me. Okay, I want a... Not dark chocolate. I think I'm gonna go with a mix chocolate caramel sundae. Although technically that looks like a cone, but yeah. You can do just vanilla, I guess. If you wanted a standard one. Or you can get a milkshake. Oh, dude, these got like a bomb pop up there, too. Cool. Called a rocket pop here. Okay. We're ready for the 4th of July. Lady, you should not park right there. Oh. I know, Phil. Hang on.
Well, if someone didn't stop in the middle of the road.
I saw an ice cream. I wanted ice cream. Is that in the regular mod hub? No, neither one of these combines are in the regular mod hub. The Gleaner is, that's from the Itch website. And the Massey Ferguson you see here is from Mr. Stevie. How fast do you go, Phil?
19.
Really? This only goes 17.
Well, I slowed down, so don't worry.
Which field do we want to harvest first?
Well, doesn't matter.
There's the canola field right over here.
Canola will be low yield.
Yep. I wonder, are any of these fertilized?
No.
I don't want to go in there because I got traffic.
No, it doesn't look like any of them are.
Okay, so none of them are fertilized from the start. We're going to need a plow, a mulcher, a roller.
Or you can get like a little dump truck or something for the grain, or...
Yeah, we've got some stuff. I got to look in the list and see what we got. We have the auger wagon, or the grain cart. So we can use the J&M. I'll look in the list. I mean, we've got stuff. They need to shop.
Don't forget you need to plant. Do you have a planter?
Not anymore.
But don't forget that.
Yeah, we'll get that. I think I've got a seeder and a planter that'll work. I've got some really small stuff too, so that'll work too. Yeti, good morning. How's it going? Do you have a GPS mod? Yes, we do. We have the enhanced vehicle mod, and we use the GPS in it along with the in-game GPS. So there's another one out there I've never used. What was it called? Was it VCA or something like that? I've never used that one. This enhanced vehicle mod, it's nice because you can use it on like something that's not a field already. So if you need to create a field, you can use that to do that. Where's the approach for this field, Phil?
I have a feeling we missed it already. Yeah, we missed it.
Well, hang on, there's one down here. Boy, that's kind of a tight spot. Oh, there's another one back here behind the BGA, so we could go through the BGA maybe.
I don't know. How?
Hang on, I'm looking to see if there's any more. This is the rail silo. And what looks like a station. Okay, so those are the only two approaches there. This one down here. Oop, what did I hit? Oh, there's a box. There's a box right there. How would you go in and out of that approach right there? This header's not gonna fit through there. Nope. We may just have to go across the railroad tracks. Is there another entrance to the BGA?
I don't know. I'm taking a drive.
Because we're not gonna get our headers through that. In this field we don't own. We'll drive around the BGA here and see what's on the other side. Because there's another approach to the field on that side. Ooh, it's on a hill. It's on a hill. Be nice if there was an approach right here. Or really up front there. That'd be better. But we can totally drive around this. We need to get rid of this tree right here. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to do though, isn't it? Kind of an awkward spot for the approach to be down there and here. There. Actually, I think I am going to hire this out. I'm going to go grab something.
Well, don't run away. Hire this guy out. I took an alternate route.
Where you at? Where'd you go?
That's just me. My route wasn't any better.
Where you at?
Right in front. I was right there.
Oh. That guy's gonna do inroads. Let me hire this out in a minute and I'll just have him run up and down the field. Turn the inroads off there. Hire him out. We're gonna try to figure life out first. Here we go. And let's see. Truck. We need a truck. Something cheap. Probably one of the cab overs. We do have some Stevie ones, so we'll take a look at those. Dual exhaust. can change. I think he's got some in here where you can do like solid colors. Yeah, like that right there. That's actually pretty good. I like that red. All red, shiny. And all black. So it's like the whole thing is chrome though. I don't know if I wish you could change the design color of the frame. You can do an all beige, all black, or all red. We'll just go with the all red for now. You can change the rim color. Dude, it almost looks like an old fire truck thing. We'll go with that. Now we need, what, a trailer? And we've got some of those. Actually, we have the one from Carl that we could use. Maybe get one of the smaller ones. You can make it 1,000,000 liters, but that's just not... There's unrealistic and then there's really unrealistic. And they only go to really unrealistic, so... If we put a cover on it, we lose 7,000 liters. But a cover on it, if you put those extensions on there, the pipes from the combines might not reach. Well, we're not going to use the pipes from the combines, are we? We're going to use the green cart. So we'll just do that. 58,000 liters. Yeah, we'll do a ladder. I'm not seeing where these lights are, so... Put some reverser lights on there. Looks like the reflector's off the side. Take the decals off. Can change the color of this. Frame color, we'll make that black. Tarp color, this doesn't have a tarp. Landing legs, we'll make those black. Did I not just change that? Oh, that's the actual legs down there. Okay, we'll make those black. Mud flap. Boy, there's so many customization of this. Mud flap mount color. I think that's okay. Axle color? Where are the axles at? Can you even see the axles? Well, they're black already. Rim color, we'll just leave those chrome. And we'll put a plate on it. Okay. So we've got a semi-trailer. We'll look at other trailers later. Casey's Pizza. What farm did you start with? We started with the red farm. We started the map in New Farmer. So by default, you get the red farm. That's where all your equipment's at. We liquidated a lot of the equipment, got rid of it, and got some of our own. We kept a few things. But, yeah, we started up here, and there's several fields up here that you start with. I'm okay with it. It's a pretty nice place up here. It's not too far from the shop from the town there. Well, this thing really moves. This thing goes like 60-something miles an hour. Yeah, and there's some open meadowlands if you want to build your own farm. You can do that too. What does that sign say? Posted, no trespassing. Hunting, fishing, trapping, or motorized vehicles are strictly forbidden. Violators will be prosecuted. Boy, we must have had some problems in the past there, huh?
You're Massey there. He's having his own little party right now.
Is he? I'm fixing to take him over.
I think he just got confused.
Yeah, he probably was trying to do these lines that the cleaner's doing. I'll just go to this other side over here and start shaving some of this off. Should have done 2 inrows on this. It's down to 6. So, if you are on PC and you want to play this map, here is the link. Right there, that's directly to DJ Modding's itch.io, where you can download the map. It is about a gig in size, and you might need I would recommend a higher end PC. You can download it and try it, maybe adjust some of your settings, but just beware. 4X map, it's a very detailed map. So if you have issues, you'll probably have issues at the beginning with stutter and stuff like that. That's just the shaders loading in, but if you continue to have problems, you might have to turn your quality down. Really? Well, that's good. I know he spent the very last little bit optimizing the map, so it might be better now than it was before. That's good. Gives hope to many that want to play this map. Save. The saves are
Oh, really? I didn't notice.
the saves are longer.
Yeah, once you get into those bigger maps.
Oh no, we're gonna have a mix. We're not going on Massey. The only reason we went with the Massey and the Gleaner is because it's kind of that older equipment, and kind of felt like starting with the older equipment felt right, felt better. Got the 4455 Phil's got over there, and got the old Massey and the old Gleaner over there. And we've got a 5488 International. We've got EY Modding's 1206. I think it was 1206. If I'm remembering the number right. And I'm trying to remember. I can't remember the numbers of the other ones. We got the Ford TW20 and the Ford TW35. Can't remember the name of the articulated International. Only if your PC struggles. Now, in the beginning, DJ did release a note with the map when he released it this morning. Make sure you fly around the map so that the shaders can load in. Do that first. I know a lot of times in the past we've tabbed through vehicles and done all that just to get the shaders loaded in, pretty much. I'll cut a line here, fuel. But yeah, he released a note, said fly around the map, load the shaders in, and then if you still have issues after that, you may consider turning your quality down. Yep, this is the new map. It's looking great. I'm very, very pleased with it. I've played DJ's stuff for a long time. He did the standard size maps back in what was that? Was it 19? I think it was 19.
Little big and B, little small one, normal and big, I think.
Yeah. I did the standard size maps like Deer Country and somewhere in Canada, and I think he had a Red River Valley that was standard. He did do the 4X maps in 22, so he had what was it called? Green Valley, Nebraska. He had Upper Mississippi River Valley. All of those he did back in 22. DV offloads are turboized.
Yep. Oh,
That
yeah.
word?
Mhm.
These are turboized, so they unload quick.
Are you gonna clean this corner off, or are you just gonna run back and forth?
I'm just gonna go straight down this pass and maybe come back and then take out this little bit of left over here in this bend, whatever you call this.
See, and there's no point in taking trees out yet, because
Oh no, not yet.
you know there's gonna be some updates.
Yeah. No, probably no field expansions either, or like
Yeah, not until, because
not,
you can make some nice sized fields here.
oh yeah, yeah. Especially up north there, across the creek.
Yeah.
There's a bunch up there you could plow together.
But you want to wait a little while before you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I do need to get a fert rig, like a solid fert rig.
Mm-hmm.
We have a sprayer that we could use.
Well, you need a. Are you doing cultivating or plowing or both?
I think we're gonna plow, and then we'll manage the fertilization. We'll fertilize the harvested field first. That way you get the first stage on there, and then I need to get some type of mulcher and mulch the fields, and then we're definitely gonna plow because that'll take away the necessity for having a sprayer. But definitely, and then we'll cultivate just because it makes it easier to plant. And we'll, at somewhere in there, we'll do our second fert stage. Need to go in and look at this equipment real quick while I'm going up and down these fields. So we need a plow. We have this one. I have not tested this yet, but it's the 220 disc that I've used before. So I don't know. We do have these little Ford plows that we can do. I was going to say one of them's kind of old. It's an old Ford plow there. I think it's the exact same one, isn't it? Yeah, 131. Do we want an old rusty plow? It's cheaper. It's definitely cheaper. It's $500.
Well, you know how many are you gonna need to do these fields? Don't forget that.
Oh yeah, well we can have more than one, I guess.
Well, you'll need multiple, like three.
Oh yeah, 3,200 for the newish one, and then 500 for the rusty framed one. You're just really paying for the paint. I'm gonna get the rusty one. And why not? I'll get the blue one too. We can use the other Ford tractor on it. And then I've got this lizard one. I've been using this. This seems to be a really popular one because this one will fold up, and it's the same width as those, but you can extend this to from 6 to 9 to 12 meters. And that one is I may try the 220. Oh yeah, if you have that issue, I've heard that you can go into your folder, your game folder, your Farm Sim 25 folder, and delete the shaders, and then try to launch it again, and it should try to like recompile them or reload them or whatever. So you might try that if you're having issues loading your shaders. And it could be a hardware thing. It might be something that you can try turning down your quality in the main menu settings. You go to the options and go to settings, and I can't remember if it's under advanced settings or if it's just under the settings part there, but I think there's one in there you can turn down your quality. If it won't absolutely just won't load. Got a lot to do today. Gotta harvest the canola. Gotta harvest the barley. Got to mow the alfalfa and the clover. And I guess we need to probably look at maybe getting like some type of tipper. We can back up to the harbor store thing. Dump all that in there. Probably like a forage wagon. That's where a forage wagon would probably come in handy. And we've got some. Some smaller ones and bigger ones. So John, good morning. Yeah, Sean, RBP Dog is having that same issue where it gets stuck at 100% loading shaders. Try going in when you go before you try to load the game. Go in the main menu, go to the options tab, and try to adjust your quality. So take it from whatever it is and go down a step and see if that helps. It's a beefy map. It's a very detailed map. Oh, you can only run minimum specs as is. Okay, yeah. And is that like on the standard size maps? Yeah, if you can only run minimum specs on those maps, then you might not be able to load this one. Yeah, I think the great big ones. Yeah, these are some big ones there. Something smaller like that. You can change the capacities on these. These we'll need to do the grass with. So when we bale, we may just bale straw. Where do you change the capacity? Change it right here. So the next step up is 120. I think these little smaller ones like this, we can do 120 on, and the bigger ones, we could probably do 240. Kind of make that a rule. 2 axles, 120.
You might want to hurry up, Matt. You're getting close to the end.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 3 axles, we'll do 240. 2 axles, we'll do 120. That way you know when you pull up the one what the capacity is on it. This would be a good field to have the corn in and have the forage harvester out here on it. It's right by the biogas.
Yeah.
You just did the hired worker and he drove up to the field. That's good that it's working. A lot of times the AI doesn't work out too well, especially on new maps like this, but this is a DJ map, so he probably checked that out before releasing the map. We about got this field done.
Yep, yeah.
Not too bad with a couple of old combines.
Well, it is a smaller.
Yeah, this is not a big field. It's not
You
huge.
haven't
Save.
hit the big fields.
These saves are like, they're twice the length of a standard. Yeah, when you look at this field, this is the field we're in. It's the Pac-Man looking field. When you zoom out of that field, you can see all the other, how big the map is. It's just, it feels like the right size for me anyway. Oh boy, look, there's some soybean fields down there.
I know.
There's some over there too. There's some pretty close up here too.
Well, you got to buy all your toys first before you even think about it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make some money. We're gonna probably need to look at getting the forage wagon. When we get the mower running, it's on. You know I ain't got no problem mowing.
I know. Oh, I know.
I wonder what the capacity is on. Does it tell you? Does it tell you what the capacity is on like the hardware store thing?
Which one?
Any of them.
No.
Looks like it's 1,000,000 liters for each product.
Okay.
That's not bad. So you can put 1,000,000 liters of grass, 1,000,000 liters of chaff. Oh gosh, 1,000,000 liters of clover, and 1,000,000 liters of alfalfa.
Sir, you're not supposed to climb that.
See, what had happened was I was doing some statistical analysis on our silage production that's about to start. Hard to believe we're already about 2.5 hours into this. But we started early too, so. Then we get everything cut and harvested first, and then we'll look at what else is out there that we can get that needs to be harvested if we want to pick something else. You know, there are some smaller fields out there.
Yeah, but they're still not cheap.
Let's see. This soybean field, that one's 236 or 336. This soybean field, that's 212. What is this one? This looks like a small one there. That one's only 86, so that's under 100 grand.
Yeah.
Depends on how far we want to drive, because there's lots of smaller fields out there.
But are they ready to go?
Some of them are. Some of them are about to be ready.
Well, and you still have that loan, which I know you love.
Do we have a loan?
We can take out a loan.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah, because you love using the bank's money.
See, right now we don't have any loan out. We have money, but we don't have any loan.
I know.
All right, I'm gonna let that gleaner finish that up.
I'm not here.
Okay, I'll turn around.
Well, we got our first full truckload.
That's good.
Yeah.
Just store that for now. I may have to build us another approach into here.
But where? Because the tracks go all the way around.
I know. We have those two over there. I would build it right there between that shed and the biogas.
We just drive over it.
I wonder if he meant to put one of those down here.
Sir, what do you... No, sir, stop. There's nothing to harvest. There you go.
You would think this one, at least this gravel one right here. You know, that wouldn't take very much landscaping to do. Just raise it up a little and put some gravel down. I bet he meant to put that down there. Because there's no way, even with the smallest tractor, there's no way you could drive across this crossing here and turn and not hit the fence of the BGA. And the tracks are collidable. They do bump.
Alright, where is our silo?
Silo's right up here. Right by
that
there.
One where the
Corn
dryer
dryer
is?
Yeah. And I think it's the second. I think it's this second one.
Can I get in there with this? I don't know.
Because I think the first one is where you dump the corn to put it in there. In the dryer. And then I think this second one, because this has the thing going up the leg there, so.
Okay.
Yeah, can you get in there with that?
I'm not gonna put the chance on it. Knowing my luck, I'll get stuck.
Alright, I'm going down to the barley field.
Okay.
To the barley field. Let's That's a lot of words. Fairly new to Farm Sim. And was checking this map out. I have never done animals before. What is the difference in his cow barns? Oop, there's a car. I need to watch what I'm doing. Cow stalls. Do you need to take cows from the barn to the stall for milking or something? No. To my understanding, and Trent, if you're still watching, you can correct me. To my understanding, one of the cow barns is for cattle cows, and one of the barns is for dairy cows. I could be wrong. They may both be dairy cow barns. But no, it has a milk collector area thing. Alright, come on, Mr. Ups, man. Go around me. My understanding, and we'll go to look here in just a minute. Let me hire this guy out here and let him do some inroads. That, and can I do more than one? Can I do 3? 3 is the max. We'll do that. There's one of the harvest order silo things. I guess we just dump it right there. So yeah, when you get cows, at least at this barn, this is where the milk goes in there. So you can load your milk up, whatever trailer you get. Milk trailer. You can load your milk up there. This is where you drop your animals off. Now the other barn. Where is the other cow barn? Is that it? Yeah, this is it. So I'm thinking this is the cattle barn, maybe. Because you can raise cattle. I don't see a milk thing out here. Might be underneath there. Yeah, I think this is just the cattle barn. I don't see a thing that collects milk. Unless this, well, maybe that's it. You know what? This one does do milk. So I don't know. Maybe they're both, maybe you can do both. Maybe you can have cattle and dairy cows in the same enclosure.
You gotta be kidding me.
What's up?
The gleaner went and found one piece of canola.
Oh, probably over there where I left. I did leave a spot over there on the west side. Yep, right over there on the west side. There was a little spot over there that I missed that I was gonna go back and get and didn't. Sorry. While this guy's hired out, I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna shop around.
Did you not want to drop straw or no?
Oh yeah, you know what? We can drop straw on this, can't we? Dropping straw. Yep. The very low. It's not a lot of straw. I'm guessing because it's probably not fully fertilized. Or maybe the stubble. Yeah, no, it's not dropping a ton. But you can see the difference in the stubble though. See how much more detailed the stubble is? Looks like some real or more real stubble. How much of this do we own? Okay, so the creek, any of the like the river or creek areas are priced different. So that's $4 million for those types of areas. If you buy, it depends on where you buy it at. Oh my goodness, how much is that? That's 8.6 million.
Yeah, there's some expensive property.
That's a lot. And then there's that. That's 7.4 million. How much where we live? How much is all this? So that's 4.8 million up there. That is 4.4 million. Yeah, these areas where the grass is not cheap. So we won't be mowing any of the ditches anytime soon, I guess. So we can't mow the side of this field. If we're gonna mow something, we gotta buy a grass field or something. Or one of these open meadow things. The forest is 1.7. Here's an open lot. So they're labeled. Okay. So here's an open lot. That is 444,000. That's the sawmill area. That is, where's the price for that? 8.6 million. Wow. But you get a lot with it. 7.4. You get a lot with these properties. So this one for 7.4, you get all of this area outside of the fields. Wait, here's some more open lots. There's one for 127 way down south. 149. I like that he labeled them. That makes it easier. There's an open lot.
You want the bales set at what, 240?
220. Well,
220?
if we're only doing the straw bales, we can go ahead and make them 240.
Yeah, 240.
Yeah. And if we're doing, I guess if we're mowing grass, since the forage wagons have the silage additive tank on them, we probably, if we're gonna mow, we probably should use those to pick up the grass, because we'll get a bonus out of it. Bring the gleaner down there. Boy, that gleaner started up, man. I would think we could mow around this field, maybe. Maybe not. Nope, that's attached to that. Right? clicked on that. That's the field there. But if you click on that, that lights up with that. Where is the price thing for that? There it is. 4.8 million. Wow. We're going to have to buy some dedicated grass fields. Guess we need to probably start looking at maybe doing contracts too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these contracts pay. FERC contract 17,000, 12,000, 13,000. Got some harvesting ones. There's a, I guess we need to buy a hoe. There's a hoeing contract for 45 grand. Good morning. No, there's not an in-game, in-map butcher. You can add the butcher mod to this, but it's only for single player. We discovered that this morning, so if it's not a multiplayer mod, then we'll not use it. If you go to let me see, can I still paste that in there? Nope. Hang on, let me go copy that link again. You go to that link right there. This is where you download the map, but it's also, if you scroll down, it'll show you the required mods for the map, but then it'll show you the optional mods for the map. And the butcher mod, if you're in single player, if you're just going to do it in single player, then you can download, there's a link there that goes to the butcher mod. I'm trying to remember who did that. says there on that list who did it. When you go to that, let's see who did that. Billy Alpaca. The Butcher mod by Billy Alpaca. So looks like he added some more optional mods in there since I downloaded it this morning. All that stuff. The only thing that was there this morning was precision farming and the Butcher mod. Now he's got... Well, no, wait a minute. Those are the only optional mods. I lied. The next bit down he added was some of the map reviews from some streamers and YouTube guys. So yeah, the more productions 120 is required, and the more animal husbandries 64 is required. Got to have those. Yep, I might need a fill.
No, you're fine.
I don't think I'll make it. I was gonna try to do a middle cut, but I don't think I'm gonna make it all the way down through there.
You at the back second.
You what?
I'm on my way. Just very slow.
Okay, I'm gonna run this outside edge here. Guessing the GPS lines did not work.
And I've noticed with the baler, you can't use regular GPS. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, if you're using the in-game GPS, sometimes you can, but you have to set it to the width of whatever the cutter is.
I was talking the other one. Not in-game.
The enhanced?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing where you'd probably want to run the... I'm going to have to back up because it didn't take me on the straight line.
Nothing, nope, not running through crop at all.
I'll stop right here.
Come on, controller.
Yeah, so... The thing is like this field, and the one thing is, another thing is like these two headers, one 7.5 and one 7.6. So the rows are probably going to be a little different. When we get to the upgraded combines, they'll be the same size. Joe Mundy, thank you for the raid and good morning. Going good. Playing on the new Judith Plains Montana map from DJ Modding. Came out this morning, and it's awesome. I'm enjoying it. We're still kind of getting into stuff, but I think it's a good map, great quality map. He always does some pretty good quality maps. Thinking about making field 102 all grass. Field 102. Long saves. There we go. Is that the one just north of the sheep there? Yep. That'd be a good one for all grass. Yep. Oh, you know what? We do own a little bit of grass out behind the farm there. We might mow that first. I haven't even looked to see how much the other farms are. I can find them on here. Here's one. For the land, that one's actually not too bad because you get quite a bit of land with that. $4.31. How much is the blue one? That's the blue one. I am lost on the map. Okay, that might have been the blue one that I clicked on. That's the blue one there. Where's the green one at? That the green one? No, that's not the green one. Where's the green one at? I don't know. I'm lost. I crashed into a building already, huh?
What kind of lines did you make here?
In the field? That's the in-game GPS. It's because the field is not squared off around the edges. So that's the reason why it does that in-game. I'm gonna go down this next pass down the middle and use the enhanced vehicle to make them straight, at least out in the center. I'm going at a 90. Should be able to go straight all the way down here. So yeah, we own the hillside back there behind the cows, and I think a little bit behind the sheep over there. Yeah, we own quite a bit of that. Or no, not that. We own this over here. Basically, Big Sky Acres. All of Big Sky Acres. No, don't leave the farm. Yeah, we own all of that. So we own all the grass around that field. Some of that is cow pasture out there, and some of that is sheep pasture out there. So, but yeah, that's not a bad idea, Jeff, to put 102 in the grass. There's that little grass field down there at the end of this field. How much is that one? Okay, you can't own the in-between. That's 4.8 million, so you couldn't merge these fields right away if you wanted to. That's not too bad. That's 139. Not too bad for that one. There's another grass field over there behind the blue farm. That's only 62,000. Hope I make it to the end. Wild Prairie Ranch is green by 134. I'll have to look in a minute. I'm gonna have to cut an exit here.
Well, that's one problem with this greener, man, unfortunately.
What?
Doesn't show the grain.
Doesn't?
Look in your combine.
Oh, that's not just a gleaner.
Oh, no?
Nope. There have been multiple issues, even the in-game equipment, where it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't show the crop in the tanks.
Okay. Well, I don't play farm sim as much as I used to.
Yeah, that's a fix that needs to be fixed. And it's not just combines. Sometimes it's your trailers. Sometimes it just doesn't show it. It's in there. It just doesn't show it physically. Well, these should be easier to bail. I'm doing the EV GPS on these center lines. Alright, we're getting to a little bit of bonus time here for YouTube. So YouTube, thank you for joining the first episode of Judith Plains, Montana by DJ Modding. We'll be back in the next one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Make sure you follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/thegrainarcade. And all you people here on Twitch, make sure you go subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you catch, because there will be some videos probably from this map that are not streamed. So I'll probably record a few in the downtime. Alright, so until the next time, remember you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Grain Arcade. We'll see you in the next one, YouTube.